onions, and berries. Write that down. That's what helps unclog your arteries. I didn't write this. I'm sorry. I know you mad and you don't want to hear the truth, but that's what it is. Foods that scrub and sweet. This is what they do inside your body. The liver and the actual brain, the glands in your brain is going to holler at your liver and holler at your gallbladder. If you got one, if you don't, you should be taking a biosalt or a digestive enzyme, because a lot of
testing. Mic check. April 13th. Location Lake Como, Texas, Fort Worth. Forecast for today: cloudy. Chance of sprinkles throughout the night. Temperature 68, high of 75. Lake conditions, water levels are below normal average. Fishing conditions are pretty good. Fishers, this is your best time to get out here and catch these big bass, man. It's calm waters, nice cool breeze. Lake is still placid and peaceful. Very peaceful today. I recorded a video earlier. I think YouTube striked it because it had copyright sensitive music on there. I was jamming out this morning. The Lord woke me up, put a song in my heart, put a dance in my feet. Jamming, oh yeah, we're jamming in the name of the Lord. Ooh yeah, we're jamming, jamming, jamming. I hope you like jamming too. Holy Mount Zion, holy Mount Zion, just seated in Mount Zion, and rules all the nations. Yeah, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. Oh yeah, we're jamming. And I hope you like jamming too. Yeah, man. I know YouTube struck that video. I played at least 30 minutes of Bob Marley, the whole album, Legends. It's just to raise up the environment, raise up the atmosphere. Some days you got to raise the atmosphere up just to keep the enemy away. And sometimes the enemy will be right in front of you and you just got to let them know. We're not having it over here. Not over here. Take that down the street somewhere. You don't belong over here. Your part of the world is on the other side of the tracks. We live in Mount Zion over here. We protect Mount Zion. I got a group of brothers, man. We ain't just comrades, we brothers. We don't need guns. That's that Aquarius, man. Yo, I was thinking to myself, I was taking a shower yesterday. And I started to ask myself, what does it really have? What is my personality? And what came of the key characteristic of my personality is this unstable. Unstable. What I mean by that is I don't try to explain where I'm coming from because I already understand. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes when you try to explain and try to make people understand, they can't understand. They don't want to understand what you're coming from. They don't want to understand where you're coming from. They just want to have problems. So when I come off as an assertive person, that's just a part of my personality. I'm proud. I'm a proud black man, and I know that. And people don't like black people in general. They don't like proud black people, really. They can't stand proud black people. They want black people to feel afraid, don't have no backbone. They want you to bow down. No, there ain't no bowing down over here. We don't bow down for nobody. So, I believe that should be a key characteristic for all black people. All black people should be proud, no matter if you got $100 or $1 million. You should be proud. Because we built this country. We built America. Nobody else built America besides black folks. White people own America. Mexican people, they somewhat want to be white, but black people are the original. Indians, they want to be white. Asians want to be white. Black people, black. They put us in the ghettos. They put us in the schools that don't teach us nothing. They put drugs and alcohol in our communities. They give us guns to kill each other. It's systematic. They don't want black people in this country, period. And that's just white supremacy. And that, you know, it ain't nothing to be afraid to say white supremacy, because white supremacy is a mindset. It ain't real. They don't have anything that we already had that stuff. See, they have to have this mentality like, we're proud, we're patriots. They're just killers. All they do is go around starting wars, invading Latin countries, Arab countries. Everywhere a white person has been, they've started a war. They started a war with Mexico. They started a war with Colombia, Nicaragua. They started a war in Vietnam. Didn't have no damn business in Vietnam. Korea. They started war in Iraq, Afghanistan. Now they're in Iran. So they don't have a problem being arrogant killers. I don't think black people should have a problem being proud black nationalists. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. You don't like that black people speak up, we take up for each other. You don't like that? Fine. That's what it is. But we're not changing. We're not changing our program, because we built this country. That's just how I am, man. I'm like that now, because I see you can't try to please white people. White people gonna always be shady. They're gonna always lie. They're gonna always be manipulating situations. They already got the cops harassing Mexican folks, taking Mexican folks and killing them. They just taking up hard-working Mexicans, putting them in concentration camps. Ain't did nothing to nobody. But yet they call them criminals and rapists and drug lords, and you know what I'm saying? They create this story, which is a lie, about other people. They tell people Mexicans don't like blacks, blacks don't like Mexicans. No, I ain't got a problem with Mexican people. I don't have a problem with them as long as they respect my Africanness. You know, they respect me, I respect them. It goes both ways. It ain't just because y'all over here now, y'all don't have to respect us. No, we need to work as a team. We got one enemy, the white people. White people are devils. I'm not saying that just in a sense like they are spiritual. They're not spiritual. They're just wicked people. They have wicked hearts. You can see it in their eyes. They look at you, and in their eyes you can see the hate. And it's not. They don't even hide it no more. They don't even hide the hate. because they got the biggest racist as a president, so they don't have to hide it. Because if Trump continues to do what he's doing, everybody's gonna turn against everybody. You know. Now, African people, we are peaceful people. We're peaceful people. But you cannot deny the fact that we had a part to play in the greatness of this country. It's just like they want to erase black history. They want to take all the black monuments down. They want to replace them with these white supremacists. They don't even like us going in places. They have the audacity. They have the audacity to have whole towns just for white people. They want a whole country for white people. That's the whole agenda. They want a whole country. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only reason they haven't really cracked down on minorities and people of color is because we work. And they don't like working. They like to sit back and be the bosses and collect the money. But they don't want to get their hands dirty. I really think we should strike, man. I think every person of color in this country, if we came to an agreement, we're not going to work for no white supremacists. It's not flying over here. We're not working for these crackers, these honkies, these pedophiles. And also, we got a pedophile, known sex offender, known rapist as a president. Man, this country is backwards, man. This is a backward ass country. We got at the highest office, we got a pedophile, liar, probably didn't kill people. Yeah, he's probably got blood on his hands. But he's our president. And I don't get the fact that some black people want Trump as a president. I don't get that. I see how Hispanics could vote for Trump because they think, you know, they white anyway. But I don't get how black folks can vote for Trump. I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all, man. That's like you hate yourself. You have a mind that wants to be white, and you don't want to be who you are, who God made you to be. God made us to be who we are, people of color. But it's all a system, man. And one thing about it, it's gonna crumble. I think black people are waking up to the fact that white people, there are some white people that have good intentions, but the group of them, you don't want to put your trust in them because they'll let you down. If stuff go wrong, they blame you. You could be like the Bible, like in the Bible they had the story of Daniel. Daniel in the Bible was a righteous man. But then they had some people that didn't like him. So they threw him in a pit of lions. They threw him in a den of lions. That's what happens with them. They get jealous. They don't like us because they know who we are. We don't know who we are. Some black people don't even know their history. Now, if they knew their history and they still chose to be like that, then, you know, ain't nothing you can do to change them. But we wasn't taught our history in none of the schools, none of the institutions. They try to hide from us what's the truth. They tell us that, you know, we were only slaves and, you know, the white man freed us and white Jesus saved us, and if we're good enough, we go to white heaven. Bullshit. There is no heaven. There is no pie in the sky. There is no heavenly gates. And if there is, the last people getting there are white people. But yeah, man. The truth, the truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. You know, James Brown said, I'm tired of living on my knees. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. I agree with him. I'd rather be broke, homeless, than a part of the system. You know? Because once you see things for what they really are, you're not afraid. You're not afraid of, you're not afraid. Things have to get worse before they get better. People have to either live together in peace or die together. But it's either or. You can't live and there's no peace. I'd rather die as a man than live as a second-class citizen. I'm not a second-class citizen. Who the hell gave them the right to classify me as a citizen anyway? I don't claim allegiance to America. I don't pledge allegiance to the flag. I have no allegiance to the Constitution. The Constitution did not include me as a person. I was 3/5 of a person. I was like a cattle. I was like a beast. The Constitution wasn't written for us. Nothing in this country was made for people other than white people. And that's white supremacy. That's the definition of white supremacy. White people rule from the top to the bottom. They have the media, they have social media always in our face, always programming us to think a certain way. We're always on our phones. And who controls the messages? They do. They control everything we see here. If they don't allow it, it's not seen. They influence people to buy vehicles that they cannot afford. They trick people into buying into this lifestyle. Right? So what they do is they show you all these nice things, right? They show you the big house. They show you the nice vehicle. They show you with a fat bank account, right? That's what the American propaganda is. They want you to believe. They want everybody to have a big house and a nice car and money in the bank account, right? That's propaganda. That's so people won't fight against the system of white supremacy. If people still have hope that they can have a big house, all they want is a big house, a nice car, and, well, you know, they can buy their way into whiteness. That's not going to happen. Obama was the highest office in the land. They still consider him a nigger. They had during the Super Bowl, they had a picture of him as a chimpanzee or an ape. That lets you know, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much education you have, no matter how many bank accounts, how many retirement accounts, nothing can make you white. Nothing can classify, nothing that you try to do. See, they want people to try to be white. They don't want you to be who you are. They don't want you to be Italian, or they don't want you to be Asian. They don't want you to be Hispanic. But yo, if anybody's out there looking and watching, check out this book called, there's a couple of books I've been reading. It's called Killing Rage, Racism in America by Bell Hooks. Nobody Can Give You Freedom, The Political Life of Malcolm X. And it's another book I'm reading. Oh, it's called The United Independent Compensatory Code Strategy Counter Racism by Neely Fuller Jr. These are These are books and education that will help to, if anybody's struggling with identity issues or self-esteem, or trying to figure out what's going on. Killing Rage, White Supremacy by Bell Hooks. This other book I said. The other book was United Independent Compensatory Code and Counter Strategies for Racism by Neely Fuller Jr. and what's the other book I said? Well, another book is The Psychology of Self-Hatred and the Psychology of Defeat, Towards the Reclamation of the African Mind by Dr. Amos N. Wilson. These books are monumental books, and they explain very detailed, very, very academic-wise, basically what I just said. And there's also a lot of books, the autobiography of Malcolm X, and Nobody Can Give You Freedom, the political life of Malcolm X. Very monumental books to read if you're interested in trying to get a handle on the society that we live in, because the society that we live in keeps us distracted. They keep us focused on things that don't matter. They keep us focused on, money, power, manipulation, these type of things. But the real issues of life are they said if you want to keep something hidden from somebody, put it in a book. And that's still relevant today. Most people cannot read. Their attention span is only for like 5 minutes at a time, and that's by design. That is by design. They're designing us to be dumber and just very unaware of what's going on, because they don't want people to wake up to really what's going on. They'd rather us just be killing each other, going to prison, getting deported, working on these jobs that don't really care about us, trying to make a couple dollars, but we don't really it don't get us nowhere. We work our whole lives. My mom worked 60. My mom has worked since she was 20. She's 65. She still don't have nothing. My dad, he worked his whole life, 36 years and some change, and his health is failing, and there's no health care. That's another thing. We're the richest country in the world, in the history of the world, and we don't have free health care. That's a whole different topic. But yeah, this is a show about me. Knowledge is power. Word of the day: be lifted, be gifted, be spirited. For those of you confined within the walls of your mind, knowledge is the key. Love will set you free and let you be you. Why? Wise eye, always open, never blind to self, and let you be you. I'm out.
Inside. Now look, food is food. Walking every day keeps blood moving. But let me give you some herbs. This is where you got your pen and paper out. You want to cheat, you want to eat your junk, but you want to make sure you unclog your arteries. Here's something for you. I'm gonna give you real, because you're gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day. I'm not there. Nobody's there to watch you. I ain't gonna police you. You want to use something like hawthorn, heart